Alright, here we go. So we're playing some Ishizu Tearlaments, and I'm going up against a Gotti deck. So I activate Pearl Rhino, grab Rhino Heart, and oh no, he activated Droll and Lockbird. That is very bad for me. That means that I can't add anything from my deck to my hand, can't add any cards. I have to only draw them. So, okay. No more cards can be added to my hand. Okay. Let's see how we're going to make this work. So we activate Medora. Medora is going to set Gravekeeper's Trap face up on the field. And I set off a bunch of effects that can't really do anything. All of these cards pretty much don't do nothing. This I can't activate because I already got the field spell. Kelbeck. I just milled an additional Kelbeck. So I just milled a bunch of cards that do nothing. Then I'm going to activate Sheeran, sending some cards to my graveyard. And then I go into Time Thief Redoer. Now, this is a terrible inboard, if I'm being honest, right? This is a terrible inboard, so I should lose this match for sure. Because for one, he Droll and Lockbird me, but even though he Droll and Lockbird me, I still don't have much plays because I didn't really hit anything. I just hit a bunch of nothing. I hit Rainbow Bridge of Salvation, but the field spell is already here. I hit Kelbeck. Like, I hit Cyberstein. There's nothing that can actually activate that I milled, right? So, we're going to end on a very weak board, but it's a very powerful, and I'm going to show you why. Gravekeeper's Trap right here. We do have a Exchange of Spirit in my graveyard, but we already had an Exchange of Spirit in hand with Gravekeeper's Trap face up on the field. So I can just pitch this card to grab something. And of course I'm going to type GG easy because my opponent is a free dub. Hoping that I could have grabbed a trap right here so I could send this back, but I end up grabbing his Abyss Shark. So he is going to activate Lifeless Leaf Fish. Now what does this card do? When this card is summoned, you can send one fish monster from your deck to the graveyard. Well, that don't do shit because Gravekeeper's Trap is on the field and Exchange of Spirit is in my graveyard. So this will send a card to the graveyard for absolutely no reason at all because that shit can't activate. So then we're going to chain Time Thief Redoer right here to it and grab Elgato. He is going to send something to the graveyard that's not going to have any effect whatsoever. It cannot activate because Gravekeeper's Trap is face up on the field, but let's see what he was trying to do. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one fish monster you control. It gains 500 attack until the end of this turn. During the standby phase of the next turn, after this card was banished, you can special summon this banished card. During your opponent's main phase, if this card was special summoned this way, you can... Well, none of that matters because for one, you ain't getting this bitch out the graveyard because it ain't activating, my boy. So I activate Sheeran right here, going to none other than Kikalos. And what does Kikalos grab for me? Oh yeah, and this is going to pop his Lifeless Leaf Fish, by the way. Kikalos grabs Havness, and there you go. GG's, my boy. All his fish sitting in the grave, his shit that he just normaled, just got popped. So do you have a special summon from the hand? Let's find out.